Good evening, everybody. It's February, and this is our first evening meditation for the month. And I am so glad that you all are here to take a few moments and to just be still, to be guided, and then to leave this meditation refreshed and renewed and taking on the rest of your week with confidence and with love. I'm Reverend Rob Banaszak. I am the pastor of the Institute for Spiritual Development in Washington, D.C., and we love our online events and services and delighted to be able to reach so many of you in places that we have never been able to reach before, or those of you who have come back to us that thought you might never get back to ISD, but here you are. So thank you all for taking a few moments tonight for yourself and for ISD. We use, of course, the Earth Magic cards for our meditation, and we just use the cards to, here they are, to guide us. We draw a card that gives us a word and an image, and then, of course, some background to that image. And then we can align it with our own lives after we, or as we go into meditation. So as we look at the card tonight, I invite you all to just kind of clock those feelings that you have as you see it, the words, the image, the story that accompanies it that I will read once we draw the card, so that when we go into meditation together, you can really get an idea of what Spirit is guiding you to do while you're in the stillness, while you're reflecting on the card. And then you can just be with that alignment for a few moments. Don't have to do anything else. It's not an assignment, really. It's just an opportunity to be with the message that you have given to yourself, that the divine voice from within is giving you through our cards and through this experience as a community. So without further ado, let's do this. Our first meditation for the month of February. It is the month of love. It is Black History Month. It's a busy month for being a short month and for also being the month that seems like it's the longest quite often, right? So I'm going to shuffle them, and again, we say shuffle with air quotes because I never really learned to shuffle, never really played cards, but we can move the cards around. We finished off our year. Our final card of last year was Gaia and Nurturing, which I loved. I don't think we had ever had that card as a group before. So I'm just shuffling around, and if you want to just hold up your energy or hold up your hands to give energy to me, or you can just, close them tightly and tend that energy however you want to send me what you are sending. I am receiving it, I assure you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to hit like and subscribe. And then, of course, hit the notification bell so that you can know when we are beginning, when we have posted services or events to be live streamed, or when that live stream event is beginning. And if you're watching this recorded on YouTube, your energy is here. Your energy will always be here in perpetuity. So you can add your energy to this card, even if you know what it is by the time you're watching the recording, because it is you that begins to add to the community and to the collective consciousness and the spirit of this card draw in our meditation this evening. So I just draw the top card, and I draw the top card so that you can see I'm not intuiting my own choice of card. I'm going to choose that top card because this is the card that we all chose by giving our energy tonight with the shuffle, and so that you can all see just I'm drawing right from the top. And that card is, ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. And we have had this card before. But the card is lightning and the card is power. And what a great way to start off this month, don't you think? Power. That's something that we all could use or embrace or develop for ourselves. So I'm going to put this card to a place where you can look at it for a moment, up close. So again, I ask, what feelings does this card stir in you? What is the message? What's been going on with you that this is the card that we've drawn for us as a group and for you individually? How does it resonate? Lightning and power. It's a really lovely card. So let's see what it has to say. The card is lightning. The message is power. Because we see power all around us. It's in the mountains, the meadows, and clouds. In fact, in every expression of nature. Yet there isn't a more dramatic display of nature's power than lightning. It electrifies and splits the atmosphere such that when the heated air comes rushing together, we hear thunder, the applause of the gods. Lightning sharpens our senses and triggers our fear and awe. We see these forked beams of brilliant light jump from the sky, and our instinctual vigilance is triggered in anticipation of the roar that follows. We naturally seek shelter from the storm or are grateful that we are already being sheltered. This demonstration of the power of creation is yet another way to remind us that we are not in control of the natural world. When we witness nature's power with open hearts and minds, we see that it is neither destructive nor constructive. It simply is. And so the book says the power is available to you. The force of life itself is neutral. It is neither inherently good or bad. It is how you utilize it that will determine whether it is ultimately harmful or life-giving and congruent with the will of spirit that pulses through you. What is required is awareness of your intention, your values, and your willingness to act on them under the particular circumstances of your inquiry. Although you may see yourself as using this power for good, do not allow yourself to get caught up in the duality of good or bad in determining your decision or actions. Through prayer or ceremony, you can tap into this spiritual force, and by paying close attention to Spirit's prompting, your choice will ultimately be revealed to you, one that is beyond your typical perspective. From there, you can continue to access this divine power that is the very force driving the universe. So this card really aligns with the work, with the discussions, with the talks that we've been having at ISD pretty much since the beginning of the year, since we began the Course in Miracles discussion group that is using the book, The Course in Miracles Experiment, written by Pam Grout. I can't say enough about this book. I can't say enough about the discussion group. It is meeting weekly. It's happening tomorrow night. But it's been really transformative because it reminds us that it reminds us of a point that this story from the card has made. The force of life itself is neutral. And the work that we've been doing on Thursday nights with this book has shown us that life, it's kind of a bait and switch. It's telling us that life has no meaning, and it's also saying, before we get all crazy and upset about that, we can see this as the truth. Life is neutral. Life has no meaning. Why? Because we are the ones that apply the meaning. We are the ones that are the writers of the story. And so when lightning has come into our vision, what does that mean for us? It's neither good nor bad, and we do have power, and we are using that power. And the good or bad judgment is really how you are aligning with your own use of that power. It's not about what the world is saying that is good or bad. It's not about the narrative that others have told you about you being good or bad. It is about what you believe, the values that you espouse, and are you adhering to those values? Are you adhering to the core principles that you espouse for yourself when you use your power? It's important. That's an important distinction, isn't it? Because it's not about what somebody else is telling us to believe. It's about what we believe. But then the next step is, are we living as we believe? So let's go deep. Let's figure out that power for ourselves. Let's figure out a place in our lives that this card is resonating for us. Maybe it's our work situation. Maybe it's our family situation. Maybe it's our spiritual journey and embracing the power that we have as spiritual beings that are having a human experience. And let's begin to relax. And I invite you all to, if you haven't already, make your nest, become comfortable, gather your things. You want to remain energized, but relaxed. And so with this card in mind, we are going to go deep. We're going to explore in ourselves what it means for us specifically. And we're going to take that journey together. And we are going to temporarily leave our physical selves and journey to another plane. And the way that we anchor ourselves in the material plane is by becoming aware of our breathing. Our breathing is happening all day long, like our heartbeat. It never stops. And it's when we tap into that awareness that we know and can embrace the beauty and the perfection of the way that we are living, the way that we have been brought to life by spirit. So we pay attention. We know we're breathing, right? Let's make it intentional. Let's focus on that breath as it enters into our bodies through our nostrils. Allow it to fill our entire physical self, from the toes all the way up through the chest and through your fingertips. You're just filling yourself up like a big balloon. You're holding it for a moment, and then you're going to release it by exhaling through your mouth. We're going to do that again with this slower intention. Let's inhale. Don't just stop when you get here. Fill it more and deeper, all the way down, all the way through, all the way up through and out your shoulders and your arms and your fingertips and your head and your crown. Hold for a moment, then exhale. Let's do that one more time together. Inhale. You think you're going to stop here. Keep going, keep going. Really open up and allow that air and that oxygen to fill your entire body, below and out your chest and shoulders and arms, up through your throat and through your crown. You're filled with oxygen, nourishing oxygen. cleanses the inside of you, and then you exhale nice and slowly. Good. So let's keep that process going. If you haven't closed your eyes yet, I invite you now to just let them flutter shut as you continue this deep breathing. Doesn't have to be so slow, but just remain intentional with it for another moment. So we're inhaling, we're exhaling. And each time we inhale and exhale, we are relaxing more and more. Inhaling and exhaling. One more again, inhale and exhale. And allow that breathing to take over. Allow it to hold you in this space. You have intention, but as it tethers you, you begin to feel yourself from the inside become lighter and lighter. With every breath that you inhale and exhale, you feel a lightness. And the more lightness you feel, the more that you begin to sense that you are floating, not as a physical body, but as an essence, floating like a mist, like a nebula, floating gently, comfortably, floating. And that floating feeling feels remarkably refreshing, because in this floating space, in this form of this beautiful, fluffy mist, we feel whole. We feel free of pain. We feel free of emotional pain. We feel free of our physical annoyances or ailments or illnesses. We are free. And we really begin to embrace this formlessness that we find ourselves in. We don't have a shape, yet our mist seems to stay gathered as an essence, that essence of our being. And as we align with the tones as our essence, relaxing more and more, we allow ourselves to be open to this experience and this journey. We trust our breath that holds us to our bodies so we can float and fly. And even more importantly, we can be open to the reflections of our power. And as this essence, let's think about that card. And if you need to grab another look at it, it is on the screen for you. And as you see the card in your mind's eye or on the screen, let's give more shape to the answer of the question, why are you seeing this card? What in your life is calling you to address it with your power? It's such a personal reflection. Has this card been drawn to show you the incredible power that you know you have? Or has it been drawn to demonstrate an area of your life where you need to access this power? Or have you been invited to explore where you are expressing that power with great enthusiasm, but that may require you to just take a step back and trust that it will do for you what you have called it to do? Tonight, these questions and the answers are so intimate to our deep self, to this essence. So for the next few moments, I invite you to just allow your thoughts, with the reflections that we've posed, to go where they go and to follow them. Follow them as the mist that you are. Follow those thoughts as the mist that they are. Have the curiosity to explore where they are showing you, where you have actually called them to being. So let us engage that thought process, actively reflecting on power in our lives. Where do we need it? Where do we have it? Where can we draw on it? Where have our thoughts drawn us right now? What are we seeing through our mind's eye about our own life and our power? And as if it's a whisper, we can hear the divine voice come from within. And we hear it say to us, to our very essence, your power is my power. It is divine. It is unending. It is effective. It is energizing. And it is yours. We hear the spirit, the voice within, call upon us now to activate it, to activate that power, to use this opportunity to go deep, to align with our divinity, and to allow it to start to bubble beneath us in this space of safety, of stillness. But our card tonight was lightning, and our power is flashing across the sky that is deep within our soul. Just when it sits quiet, it flashes across our soul once more. The lightning followed by the thunder. The boom, the confidence, the assertion of our will. And in the stillness, we know that in this beautiful storm of our soul, in this stillness, let us allow, be aware and absorb one more bright flash of lightning's power. As the thunder roars across the sky and then disappears. stillness arrives again. And what is now been activated in us, it's like a sparkler from 4th of July, just sputtering and sparking, burning brightly, but it is ours now. It's always been. We've answered the question for ourselves. Whether we did it consciously or not, we know we can have confidence that our power has been activated to affect the change in our life, the movement on our journey that we have asked it to affect. And here in this space where we feel safe and now powerful, the storm has ceased. And it's only come as a reminder of the amazingness that we are. And as we float here in this beautiful space, as we begin to imagine ourselves just as this mist descending slowly back into our physical bodies, as we begin to take shape in that physical body around us, where there were the storms of thunder and lightning, we can sense that break in the clouds. We sense that sun coming up, the sun of our soul coming up over the horizon, reaching into our core with its beautiful streaks and rays, awakening us to this day where we step into that power. And as our bodies begin to take more shape and we once again become aware of that breath that has tethered us here during this journey, there it is as we've inhaled and exhaled. And even in this evening, on this February winter's night, dawn has come. We feel the sunlight on our face. And we feel deep inside that non-physical space, inside that universe within, the power of the sun, the power and the electrifying nature of the lightning, all making us up as one whole being. And so we're excited for this month. We're excited for what is ahead for us on this journey. With this enthusiasm and excitement, Let us come back to our physical selves. Let's take our 3 breaths. We're going to keep our eyes closed on the first 2. And then on the third one, we're just going to allow the eyes to gently open. So let's inhale and exhale quickly. Inhale again. Exhale quickly. And one more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale quickly. And there you are. Welcome back. And since it is the first of the month, I am going to just open up the floor for a quick second. If anybody wants to say hello, you are most welcome to. I'm even going to put us on gallery view, just like we do in a Sunday service, in case anybody wants to share anything about their meditation tonight. But I am so excited to see Stephen McDonald. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here tonight, Stephen. I knew that you were here. Was it last week? So grateful to see you. Hope to catch up with you soon.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So good to see you. So good to see you. I see Kelly and I see Kathleen Feo and Virginia and Linda Slayan and Sandra Sullivan. All of you dedicated Wednesday evening meditators. It's so good to see everybody. So I invite you all to have a beautiful evening yourselves. Stay warm. I can't believe it's February already. Let's enjoy every moment of every day. Let's keep focused. Let's keep aware, and let's keep in our power. Have a great night. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I will see you soon.